Attention. The following episode features some jokes related to COVID-19, which were made for the sake of humor and entertainment. For the safety of yourself and others, please practice social distancing or whatever. I don't know, dude. Don't goof on me.
At the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in the California.
Hello and welcome to another episode of HauntsRUs, where we are haunted on Maine. My name's Cheeb, and I'm haunted on Maine and a little bit sick.
Oh no.
No. Maybe I got it, guys.
No.
We can't say the word because
Oh,
YouTube doesn't like it.
YouTube doesn't like it?
doesn't like it.
It's a bad word.
It's a bad word. We can't talk about it.
Do you think they don't like it just because it's the name of a beer?
You know what? I never thought about that. No, I think it's just like a bunch of YouTubers are saying like stupid shit, so like they don't want kids to like start getting like really scared because YouTubers will just say things to like create drama and like entertain.
I guess that is true. People
It's
do
only
be
a
saying
matter
that
of
they're
time
gonna
before-
die if you don't like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah, and then the kids will get scared. Like J Station will just say some shit like, "I got the coronavirus at 3 a.m." type thing. So,
Oh man,
Like,
you know
comment
who got
and subscribe right now.
You said you know who got the virus at 3 a.m. in 2008?
Who?
2009. I got the swine flu back in the day.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Gato had the swine flu.
Oh my god!
That's what I was telling.
What?
I was telling Cheeb, like, I'm not fazed by it because back in 2009, I caught the swine flu. I
Oh
stayed
my
in
god!
bed for a week. I was very sick. I had a terrible fever. That was
Aw.
not cool. But like when you get that invincible points when you're fighting and you start blinking. I'm still blinking.
She's still blinking,
Oh
man.
my
She's
God.
still got
blinking.
She's still got invincibility on, dude.
Yeah, man.
Man.
She's good.
Shout out to Sock Monkey for giving out that cool analogy. That's the best analogy to describe my mentality towards this whole thing.
That'd be cool if
try not to just
you were the kid that they were
gesticulate too
talking
hard.
about. Like, back in the day in my school, they were like, "Oh yeah, there was this girl that got the swine flu," and I'm like, "Oh man,
It was you.
Was it you?"
Wait,
They were
where
like
did you
up
live?
in
Did you
Northern
live in the
California.
Bay Area?
Huh?
Northern. No, we're in Northern California, aren't we?
It's considered Central Coast, but we're close to North.
Yeah, we're near enough.
Yeah, that was me.
All these years later, we find out it was her. That's funny.
Dude, when she told me, I started laughing really hard because I was just like, the swine flu wasn't real, dude.
Nobody got the swine flu. What the fuck?
Yeah, people just said they got the swine flu,
Yeah.
but no one actually had it.
No.
But I guess Gato had the swine flu.
H1N1's a real thing, y'all.
That's what I thought
Oh,
this was
man.
gonna be, dude. I was like, no one's gonna get it. It's fine. Cut to like yesterday when every single old person that came in had the sniffles. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, they're gonna die.
Seriously,
Oh no.
it was honestly
Oh my
really
God.
sad. I don't
Oof.
understand all the old people that are coming outside. Like, I get it. You gotta like have your.
Just gotta keep living, dude.
I guess,
I've made it this far. I might as
but is a cup of coffee that worth it? You can make it at home.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
to me it is.
No, it's not.
I'll spend $5. I'll spend $5 to die. I don't
No.
care.
I like the walk, and it's sweet.
That's a discounted death in my book.
Oh no.
I heard that.
Oh no.
Oh man, one of my friends is like really scared about it, and she's just like, "You gotta stay inside and like quarantine." And I'm just
Nah.
like, "Nah, man, I'm going out. I'm bored. I'm gonna check out the mall."
Oh my god,
I wanna
you
go to
could
the
go to the
arcade.
mall.
That was me today.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we literally went to the mall
Oh my god.
to play in the arcade.
Oh Jesus. Nah, you guys are fine. I feel like even if
Yeah.
people are like, I don't know, I guess I'm not a scientist, but everyone like at my work is freaking out, but they're all like under 30, so I don't understand. They're like, we're gonna die. I'm like, no, you're not. Your mom might, but you're not.
That's sad.
It is
Why
sad,
did
but you're
you
not gonna
say
die.
that?
Sure.
I'm
She's
sorry.
here to get that check.
I'm here to get that check. I'm trying to get that 2 weeks paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of 2 weeks, Gato's been out of commission.
Oh yeah.
I got 2 weeks paid.
Yeah,
Time
because
off.
of the virus going around. Not me.
Yeah.
I'm still working. I don't give a shit.
Seriously, dude, we live in a society, man. Our stores aren't gonna close until they have to close. They're not gonna they're not gonna let it up until the last employee, man.
Exactly, man.
They're like, no,
That's
there's
all
one
you need,
person,
is
we
just
can
one
still
cashier.
do this.
You're good. Exactly.
You just gotta wait 2 weeks and we'll hire someone else that's not dying.
Jeez. Oh my god, can you imagine like Jack in the Box and everything hiring? Like, oh look, we're hiring. Check it
That
out.
they'll actually call you back for your resume.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this the end of unemployment?
God. Hey, look at it this way. So many jobs are gonna open up.
Yeah.
Yes. Roaring 20s.
Oh.
I heard that.
Oh. Oh. So many jobs are closing.
Bad joke.
Bad joke. Bad joke.
Bad job.
Speaking of jobs, Gato, could you tell us about like one of the cool jobs you've had?
One of the cool jobs that I had back in my time was at the Boardwalk, the Santa Cruz Beach and Boardwalk. Now, this park is over.
Where
I just start the hell out of it because that song, not only because of the haunted things that happened there, but because that theme song alone is just cursed. It's cursed, and I hate it when people just be singing that song. Whenever there are like photo shoots, like at every amusement park, they always caption it like, the one said, cool sir, I'm like, oh, no, do not mention that to me.
I never
No,
heard that song
no.
until I met you guys.
Yeah, and then we
Like,
took
ever.
you to the boardwalk when it was closed.
Yeah, it was closed.
Yeah.
That's sad. It's
So
okay.
is Boardwalk like a seasonal? Or is it all year round?
So, the arcades is year round. It's just the rides and everything else that's outside is seasonal.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really good weather. So, like, anytime, like, it's nice and sunny, like, spring break, summertime, of course, like, anytime that's, like, nice and hot, they'll have it open for you.
Yeah,
You know.
because
And even if none of the rides are open, people still go there because this is a nice scenery. You know, it's a free admission place. You
Yeah,
know,
we went
and
there.
you can bring in, like, outside foods. Yeah, like, it's a really, really cool place. Like, it's very affordable for your family and everything. Probably one of the cheapest amusement parks that you'll ever go to. I guarantee.
yeah, like everyone in the Bay Area knows about like the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. It's like the place to go, and Laughing Sal is there.
Exactly, yeah, like Cursed Laughing Sal.
Ew.
Like, I forgot what year it was when she came out, but yeah, they still have that old vintage machine behind a big glass wall.
I hate
Once
her.
they reopen it, y'all can see it for yourself. Like, it's there. She's still
Yeah.
like live around haunted. But anyways, yeah, it's over 100 years old. And with that, plus the burnings that happened at the casino and Neptune's, people drowning in the splunge, there are some haunted things. There are, yes, you guessed it, some ghosts. So
before you go any further, can you tell us the map sort of the boardwalk?
So the map.
So like let's start with there's the outdoor area which has like all of the rides, roller coasters and such, just like your typical like fair.
Right. So you got like, your midway games, your snack bars, little restaurants and the rides and whatnot. And then you go further down, there is the arcade, and then there is the mini golf course. Both a building of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And before mini golf, I believe it was in the 70s, for pretty much during that time, it used to be a big swimming pool. And at some point, people were...
At
Not-
the beach?
Yeah. So it was like... So there's like the beach, and then there's like the little like patio ways, so you can have like... So you can walk from the beach to like the park itself.
No, I mean,
Mhm.
I think it's funny that there's a pool at the beach.
Oh yeah, I think that's funny too.
Bro,
Beach is a big
look.
deal.
You haven't been to the boardwalk when it's like super busy and the seagulls are just shitting on the water and there's all kinds of fucking feathers. Look, that water's fucking dirty when it's full in the summer.
I know, did I cut off?
That's true. There are a lot of inconsiderate people who like to litter. You know, they say no smoking, no drinking for a reason because
No
people,
shooting up.
no shooting up. Yeah,
But they do it anyway.
exactly. What I recommend, especially around Santa Cruz, please wear shoes. Do not step on a syringe. Anyways, yeah. So like the water's filthy and whatnot, but yeah.
Oh, I think Paco pulled disconnected.
Oh,
Are you there?
we back.
We're back. All right.
Okay, we're back.
Anyways, yeah, the water is filthy. Plus, there's like, you know, the typical beach things. It's like riptides and whatnot. So why not have a pool in it? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't think my parent. Well, I think my dad was born when that shit was happening, but I don't think he was.
You think your dad was in like Mexico, right?
Oh, that's true. He was in Mexico.
Yeah, we were in
Mexico. Hey. Well, yeah, they had a pool. They had like little swim teams and such. If you go to the park itself, there is like a historium on the wall. So they show like old vintage photos of like what it was called, the plunge. How they had like swimming teams and all these other cool things around. So, you know, you can always go check it out for yourself. It's a really nice place.
And the pool, what's that called? Is that Neptune's?
Yeah, it was inside Neptune's kingdom, and the pool in and of itself was called the plunge.
Mm-hmm. But if you go to the boardwalk, it's called Neptune's Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is Neptune's Kingdom the pool and the arcade? Because I know there's the part that's like the mini golf, and then there's the part that's the arcade.
So the arcade of itself, it's a separate building. Like the main arcade, it's called the Casino Arcade. But where the pool was at, it was just all called Neptune's Kingdom. It all had what's now mini golf and like little restaurants, a sports bar.
It has really cool pinball machines. If you really like pinball, I really like pinball.
Yeah, if you're really about it, that's your place to go. I recommend it.
Yeah. So when you were working there, what part were you working at?
Usually like with the games. So if I'm not outside, I was inside either in the casino itself, laser tag, or in mini golf.
I remember this one time that I went to the boardwalk and I saw you like in one of the midway in one of like the little, I think it was like a ball toss.
It was milk bottles, yeah.
And I had a rubber duck, and I kept telling you to let me win, and I'll give you a rubber duck. And then you're just like, I can't do that. We have cameras.
Oh.
And then I took out a really smooth rock.
Yeah, you were like trying to slide it in, like trying to pay me under the table with a duck, a smooth rock, and I think a granola bar.
I might have had a granola.
You had a snack. I remember.
And you didn't let me win. You knew I could knock over those milk cans.
There was cameras.
You knew I could do it.
Jimmy, your gifts have a pattern to them, it seems.
What's the pattern to
I don't.
the
You
gifts?
always give people like little things, just like little, little knickknacks. Like when we first met, she gave me like a little thing of Ferrero Rocher.
Oh, that's bougie.
Nah, that's
Wow.
funny though.
Now, if she gave that to me when I was working that game, I just might have.
No, but the rubber duck I bought. Look, it was a really good rubber duck.
You're like a penguin. You're giving her rocks.
No, it was. I found like these Easter themed rubber ducks, and they were made out of chocolate, and they had a little bite mark on them. They were really
on
cute.
the ear. I think I
That
still
is
have
cute.
one.
That is
That was from
definitely
a different game that I wanted it on, but yeah, I still got that.
No, that was from a goodie bag because I like to give goodie bags for my parties because
See?
not that many people go, so
Aww.
so I can afford to give them gifts.
Oh no. It's okay.
I'm a good friend, I swear.
That's true. That's very true.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
You gave us all little stickies and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Ah, yes, I have. I've given a lot of my friends just free stickers.
They're fun.
Especially
They're cute.
on the podcast. Hey.
Hey. Oh, did you hear? Gotcha. Someone found our stickers.
Someone found our stickers!
Where?
Yeah.
They haven't told us yet. But,
Oh, yeah,
like,
they did. You didn't see. I think it was at the university.
Oh, I know who put those up.
Oh.
That was my friend.
Hey,
What did the
Nice.
email say? Do you want to read the email?
Yeah, I
Let me
will.
read that email.
Okay.
Well, hopefully they're okay with us reading their email. Not that it's anything like...
Well, I'm not going to read the address if that's not okay, but if not, we can just shout it out on the
Okay. They said...
Twitter or something.
It's right here. Right, they don't say anything about themselves in here. I don't see why they wouldn't be okay with it.
Oh, street stickers. That's crazy.
Wait, do you want me to read it, or are you reading it?
No, Cheeb has it right here.
Okay. So, hello. I managed to stumble upon your vids and street stickers, lol, and it's been a fun listen. Keep up the good work, smiley face. Since you guys like haunted dolls, I was wondering if you knew about a recent one called Molly. She's honestly pretty spooky. This paranormal YouTuber called Spooky Links has had her for a few months now, and she does crazy movements and has even been affecting the poor guy. Some folks are even speculating she's a demon because of her power. If you want to check it out, I have a link to the playlist. And then she gives us a link. Thanks for running this podcast and stay healthy. I failed step 1.
I'm sorry. We have failed you.
I'm sick right now.
Oh no!
So then we asked her, we said that we were going to definitely check that out. Like, we should do, like, a whole episode where we talk about, like, internet haunted dolls. So if
Hell
you
yeah.
guys know of, like, any haunted dolls that you know of only through, like, Instagram and, like, social media, please email us, put it in the comments section below, DM us on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Tumblr, and I'll read it. I'm the one that reads all this shit.
Hell yeah.
As spooky as Molly is, they have a very similar what is it called? They have a very similar thing going on with them as Annabelle does. Like, oh,
Yeah,
Raggedy
yes.
Ann. Let's call
Another
it
one?
Annabelle.
Another rag doll?
No. Hear me out. A Raggedy Ann. Let's call her Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
A haunted Molly from Big Comfy Couch. Oh, it's Molly.
Let's call. I loved Molly from Big Comfy Couch.
That's what it is.
Dude, that shit was my jam
Me
as a
too.
kid.
I still be counting. I still be
Man,
telling
that
time
was
with my
hella
legs.
haunted. Spread them. Alright, so they said that, you know, the slope, in regards to, like, where they found the sticker, you know the slope between Thornton Hall and UPN? I found it on one of the street poles there.
Yeah, it's wild.
So, yeah. That's wild.
Ugh.
I would have thought those were, like, all faded out. I print them out myself, so, like, they're not... I don't...
Yeah.
I make them at home, and I cut them myself. They're made with a lot of love, so that way they're haunted.
The ghost is like, yes, a good sticker.
Yes.
Yes. I hope they didn't just throw away the stickers that I put at a boba shop.
Oh god, where have I put stickers, like, at a fucking Sonic?
Gotta
At the drive-thru?
go fast.
So if you happen to find our sticker at Sonic, that was me. I'm sorry. I hope you like the podcast. But that's super sick.
I know, I was
gotta
really
send that
excited.
friend some more stickers.
I know, I
yeah.
saw that and I
'Cause
was
I've-
like, oh!
Yeah, I've improved the logo since then. I don't like the logo on those old stickers.
It's cute.
But yeah, what were we saying?
Neptunes.
Oh yeah, what were we saying?
Neptunes. Well, yeah, that's Neptunes for you. Oh, the beach. Why is there a swimming pool by the beach?
Beach is dirty.
The beach is dirty, so that's why they have the pool. But they shut that thing down back in the 70s. So
And now it's a what is it?
Mm.
It's a mini golf and a bar.
in a little restaurant, like a little burger joint. intertwined
Delicious.
with the entirety of it.
It's really cute. I really liked that mini golf. Didn't you say there was a rat in the mini golf?
Oh yeah.
What? Save him.
No, rats are a pretty common thing, especially when you're right around the beach. So it's not like, oh, it's filthy. Like, it's just a normal thing. Like, we get rats, we had seagulls running around. Like, when you're walking around with your fries on the beach, you better watch out when the seagulls come circling around, because they just swoop in and they just all gain up on you for your fries.
Yeah, if for anyone who wants to, now that flights are really cheap, if you want to come over to the absolutely gorgeous Bay Area in Silicon Valley, the seagulls are really aggressive here.
Oh no. It's because they know what they can get and get away with.
Exactly.
Don't look at seagulls. Don't interact with seagulls.
They have no natural predators.
Do not feed they don't have a moral compass.
They know.
No, they're birds.
They know what they're capable of, which is some delicious ass food that is not like seeds or worms. Like, it's fucking greased up. All-American burgers and fries,
Delicious.
corn dogs, you name it. They gonna get it all.
You think I'm joking, but it's like they will literally like gang up on you.
Oh.
They'll create like a flock that flies around you. It's really scary.
And if they don't fly, they walk.
Yeah, so like don't try to feed the seagulls.
Do not feed the seagulls.
Because like they cool down in the winter because that's when tourists aren't there and like the locals hate the shit out of them.
But like spring,
geese?
summertime, yeah, they're just like geese. Do not fuck.
Don't touch them. Don't talk to them.
Do not
Fuck
touch
you,
them.
geese.
Do not look at them. Especially do not feed them, because that's a death sentence on your end.
Oh,
like,
dang.
you're bye-bye to your meal.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye to your good time on the beach. Now you gotta worry about these big-ass birds just walking around with their knees bent over.
See?
All on your shit.
Those birds are actually giant, now that I think about it.
Yeah, they're
pretty
about the
big.
size of like geese. Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're they're not as bad down here, man. Like they're sneaky. They'll like inch in front of you and like try to grab your chips. But that's it.
I chase those fuckers. I throw shit at them. I don't care.
Yeah, most kids
I once
do.
Watched this. I once watched a seagull kill a pigeon in cold blood.
What? I was just about to say this is why I like pigeons. Oh no.
No, dude,
Little
I was hanging out with a friend at the gorgeous, what is it? I was in Monterey, which is another really nice place to visit if you happen to be in the Bay Area and you book your flight tickets because they're super cheap. So I was in Monterey, I was in Fisherman's Wharf, and I was looking out one of the little, what would you call them, docks?
Yeah.
And there was this pigeon that was just on the water and just minding its own business. It was floating. Because, all birds are buoyant, so they could all float in water and be chill.
Yeah, they got hollow bones.
And then these two seagulls, dropped in and started attacking it. And there was nothing we could do.
Oh, no.
Just gotta watch it go down, yeah. They're ruthless.
Nature.
It was brutal, dude, because we were just I hope the pigeon is alright. Because there's whale watching boats.
Uh-huh.
And so we were just watching the whale watching boats take off and ignore the little pigeon.
No.
It was really funny because we saw that the guy that was piloting the whaling boat and he was listening to us talk about how he should watch out with the pigeon. He was looking at the pigeon as he drove past. And then the two seagulls swooped in and started attacking the poor thing until it stopped moving. No! It couldn't fly away!
Oh no! Chibi, why?
Its wings were too wet. It couldn't get away.
I love
pigeons.
of nature.
No.
Just like we said, do not feed no damn seagulls because this is what they're capable of.
You can feed
dude, I have to
pigeons
tell-
though, they're nice.
Yeah, pigeons are alright. They live hard lives.
They
Most
do
of
live
them don't
hard
have
lives.
toes.
Oh.
Yeah, some of them have a stub.
I was
Yeah, I
just
see a
about
lot
to
of
say.
those.
That's why I like pigeons. You see people stay feeding pigeons and they don't do anything. They're just oh, thank you. Peek, peek, peek.
Exactly. The seagulls, no, they're ungrateful as shit. They're you ain't got none. Hi.
They're like, bitch, that's all you got?
That's all you got.
Oh, man. More.
More.
I've had a seagull steal a whole damn sandwich.
Holy shit.
You think this is a joke?
No.
Listen here, tourists. Stop interacting with the fucking seagulls.
Jeez.
I'm trying to live here.
They're evil as can be.
I'm glad we didn't.
They have a
I'm glad I
cursed
didn't keep
aura.
that cookie. Remember when we went to the boardwalk? Like we got food beforehand. I was gonna bring a cookie. I was gonna save it. I'm glad I didn't do it. Would have swooped down and got me.
If you were gonna feed the seagulls, I would have attacked you.
No, I wasn't gonna feed the seagulls.
So true.
Look.
No, I wasn't gonna feed the seagulls. You're not even supposed to feed seagulls down here because they do that. No, I meant I would have been eating the cookie on the boardwalk and gotten my ass.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been on your case. Unless if it's wrapped up in a box, do not bring no food on by the beach when the seagulls are out. Mm-hmm. Turn your back on it for 1 second, the whole gang's up on it and they just take everything. They don't care if you're hungry, they're hungry too. And guess what? They're gonna take what you got.
Jesus.
Man, the little thieves, man. But yeah, tell us about the other building in the boardwalk.
The Casino Arcade. It's the main arcade where you find pretty much all of the arcade games, as well as laser tag, as well as a big prize center.
Also, amazing selection of games.
Oh yes.
Like they have a corner for like all your vintage games. They have like a couple of Japanese games, which was like super surprising. I really like that because I really love like Japanese arcade games. Mm-hmm. And also, I guess this is my haunted doll feminist travel blog podcast. But if you happen to find yourself in the Bay Area because you bought tickets for so cheap, you should stop by either San Jose or this little town called Salinas for this Around One, which are little Japanese arcades.
Oh yeah, they have a whole lot more like legitimate. Like you can play online with people all over the world, and it's all like in kanji and shit.
Yeah, you could play DDR with people online playing at other Round Ones. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Street Fighter, DDR.
I didn't know that. We should do that together because they're opening up a Round One in Burbank.
Hey!
Oh! Yeah, Round One is like really, really expanding here in like the West Coast.
It's very exciting. My boyfriend told me about it, and
tell
I was
us...
like, oh!
Hell yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, dude. Gato always be coming over the Round One. She's just like, everything's so well maintained.
It really is. When I went to visit you guys, I was like, what the fuck? It's so nice. Like, usually arcades just have, like, cups everywhere and, like, it's dirty and no one cares. Over there, you're like, hey.
There's a seagull in there.
Yeah, there's a seagull in there. He's stealing some kid's popsicle. It's like, yeah. Nah, man, over there, I was like, hey, this thing ate my quarters. And they're like, oh, for real? All right, I got you. And I was like, oh my God.
And they're on it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, the hygiene, like, no cups around.
Yeah. It's dope.
And the beer, super cheap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's beer, and yet there's still not crazy people. You know what I mean? Have you guys ever been...
knock on wood. You never know.
Well, I guess.
Gosh, like, I'm always there, like, on a weekday in the afternoon.
Or I guess that's true. That's the
if
only
I
time
lived
I've
nearby,
been
or if I was staying overnight, I would, like, be at night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's cool, because all the weebs come out at night.
Hell yeah.
Like, you see you see these degenerates in the parking lot with, like, their cars, with, like, their anime titty girlfriends on them.
The body pillows.
You think I'm joking.
No, I don't think you're joking.
Yeah.
They're even in Santa Cruz, too.
Oh yeah.
In the off
they're out
season,
here,
you get
too.
the people with, like, the shitty Hondas that have, like, the naked anime girl decals.
Yup.
It used to be such a nice community.
I feel like I see that a lot more in your area, but they definitely have them here.
Yeah, there's a lot of weebs in my area. It's cool though. We get to have a cool arcade because of it.
Oh yeah. So
weebs are good
tell
for
us
something.
about the arcade in the boardwalk. And your time working there.
Well, my time working there, it's just your typical retail experience. People nagging about this thing at my corner. You give them the refund. They're like, but I want a prize. And, that kind of thing.
Tell us about the coin pushers.
The coin pushers? We have It's not like a legitimate coin, but it's like a little plastic chip from either Willy Wonka or what is it? Willy Wonka. Oh, and then
I think you guys have like the Wheel of Fortune one.
No one cares about that one. No. So it's
either
Willy
the Marvel
Wonka,
the DC one.
DC,
Yeah.
and then Wizard of Oz. Those three are the main components in terms of like our guest services in the arcade, because people be like, hey, like 3 cards went down the slot, but it didn't go down. Like I couldn't physically get my cards or my coins. So you deal with a lot of them, and people treat it like it's legitimate gambling. So people will just sit there and they'll just keep on going, putting more money in, just sitting there, not even enjoying it. They're just doing it just for the gambling, like ding, 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 just to get them coins. So they can get them tickets to get their little prize.
I think that's called gambling addiction.
But also,
PG.
like, I also really like the coin pusher.
Yeah.
No, it's cool though. I can see why people get addicted though. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
You were saying it, and I was like, don't call me out like that, though.
No, but my coin pusher is different because instead of using coins, they use marbles, so it's not an addiction.
Even though you have there's a fat stack on your drawer.
So I have, like, a
listen.
fat
My
stack.
coin pusher isn't the same because it has the Wizard of Oz on it.
It's called
with the chips on it.
if you want to look it up, my gambling machine of choice is called Marble Madness.
It's actually fun.
It's really fun. I have a fat stack of cards.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to play it, but I've seen people play it. That looks fun.
It's a lot of bells and whistles. Looks really cool.
It's a lot of cool lights go on.
Yeah, but tell us about your experience in the arcade.
Well, despite all that, I think that I, along with a lot of other employees, rather, whether they are current or, when they were employed or whatnot, I think we all have like a paranormal story, either there or in Neptune's. But in terms of the arcade, I do recall a time, I think it was like maybe like a year or two into it, or like before. I remember cleaning up the arcade. It was empty, right? It was right by this little area where we had the vintage games and whatnot. I was alone cleaning up the arcade like normal, and then I felt someone like tap my elbow, right? Like I physically felt someone just like tap my shoulder, right? Not my shoulder, my elbow skin and whatnot. And I turned to think that it was like somebody who needed help, and there was no one around me.
Oh my god.
And then I kept tripping out. I kept looking around, and like I had like a coworker who was working at laser tag, which is right by that area. And I asked him like, "Hey, did you see someone like tap me?" I'm like, "No, like you're just by yourself." But I was just like tripping out the entire day, and it was during like the daytime. Like it wasn't even like at closing. It was just like a mid shift in the afternoon, and I just done felt that, and I done wanted to cry.
Oh.
It's like they touched
scary.
me in my elbow.
This thing touched me, yeah, like, and it's not that uncommon to hear. Like, it's pretty common to hear these kinds of stories, whether it's in the arcade or in the laser tag. Now, the laser tag.
Wait, there's ghost in the laser tag?
Oh yeah.
No.
Do they
It's
fuck
very
with the
eerie
score?
to close laser tag. What's up?
I said, do they
Yeah,
fuck with the
fuck
score?
with our high score?
Can I get a score
Oh
for
no,
getting a...
that's just technology. Nah, they just be touching you and shit.
I don't
Ew.
want to be touched in the laser tag.
Oh.
That's why they got lasers.
It's all
So they got
dark.
lasers, but no. Exactly, that too. So they got the cool neon lights inside with the guns. It's so much fun to do it, but when you're closing it, you're by yourself. It is the most eerie, scary experience you could ever do in terms of like minimum wage jobs. I guarantee it is crazy.
So, like, tell us, like, the layout of, like, the laser tag. Like, what is it? Is it just, like, this room? A single room? How many rooms is it?
So in total, there's 3. So there's the briefing room where they would see the video where it shows you the instructions, like the rules and whatnot of laser tag. And then there is the vesting room where you get your vest and you leave your belongings and whatnot. And then upstairs is the big main arena.
Yeah, go upstairs? I've never done laser tag. I've always been so cowardly.
You ain't never done it? It's fun.
It's very
It's
fun.
Have you done it, Thotty?
Yeah, the
I
first
don't
time
wanna
I
do
did
it.
it, or the first and only time I played laser tag, I was holding the gun backwards.
I don't want to play because I
So
don't
I
want to
lost.
lose. I don't want to lose.
You don't
That's why I
wanna
can't
lose.
play and
Fun,
get mad at games.
It's fun. No, it's fun.
It's fun.
But,
I mean, yeah, it's fun.
yeah, it's fun. Oh, it's a lots of fun. Yeah,
Just
so
don't
you
hold it
just pretty
backwards.
much, yeah, don't hold it backwards. Do not shoot yourself. Try to win. Have fun. And like you just, like as an employee, you're just instructed to direct these people up the arena. You put on this you push this button where it just plays the music, and like the game lasts for like 5 minutes, and it's just there, and it's all kinds of fun and whatnot. And then, yeah, that's just that. Once the game ends, you bring them back downstairs to the vesting room, and then that's that. You just take them out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fun, pretty straightforward. A lot of running up the stairs and whatnot, but I can tell you when it comes down to closing, this is the reason why I never had closing shifts, or I request to not do closing shifts, is because whenever you're placed there, you have to close it by yourself. Okay. And upstairs there's a little breaker area where they have the main switches for the lights and whatnot. So you have to be the one to go up there by yourself, right? You have to shut down all the lights, and then you're walking down that big, eerie arena room. And right now it's remodeled, but back in the day when I was working there, it was all the artwork was from I think the mid 80s or the early 90s. So it was just it was very vintage in such a way. It was really cool. But when it's closing and you're running down the stairs, it is crazy. Because there are times where I do feel this aura, there is someone with me. When you stand with somebody and you kind of sense that they're right behind you. That's how I always felt. And it wasn't because of the darkness. It was just because of the energy in that room. And I'm not the only one to account that feeling. There are, like I said, multiple employees, whether they are working currently or they worked in the past, that say, yeah, this is how I felt. And this is how I felt the same way. They either felt someone touching their shoulders, their elbows, they heard a voice, or they saw they heard voices, or they saw someone. Yeah.
They saw
They
someone.
see someone,
Ew, that's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they see? Is it the same character, or is it just a shadow?
It was they thought it was a... Well, actually... Well, that's a different area. But, that area, they just thought they saw, people. Whether it was, grown adults or, children. And, they would, at times, they would just send people to, check it out, and then there was, no one.
Jeez.
So, there was...
You think because, so many people have, fun there, they're just, residual hauntings?
Maybe.
That could be
They're we want to have fun,
That's
too.
Or, they're just, memories that are being played, for, the strong energy that's in there of, people that were there before? Because, you know how, some people say that they'll dream about, certain houses?
Uh-huh.
And then, maybe they'll visit the house and the people will say the ghosts look like them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe it's something like that. Maybe people, visit the laser tag in their dreams, and then, that's what you're seeing.
Yeah, that could be the case.
How do you say it? What is that called? Projection? What would you call that?
Astral
That's
projection.
Astral projection. Yeah.
Yeah, some ESP shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this ESPN or something.
Yeah, man, sport.
Oh. Yeah.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had a dream about the boardwalk. I usually have dreams where I'm at malls. So
Okay.
I guess I'm a mall ghost.
I often have dreams of the boardwalk.
Oh my god, you're gonna be a boardwalk ghost.
I'm gonna be a boardwalk ghost.
Oh my god!
I'll never leave. One time, I had someone tell me that they closed the arcade, and then they got a call from security saying, "Hey, there's one guest inside. There's a little girl running around the arcade." So they sent security to see, hey, where's this little girl at? And they scoped out the entire area, and there was no one.
Ew.
But they saw her in the security footage, right?
Yeah, it looked like a little kid, little girl running around the arcade, and that's when they got because I guess it activated the sensors or something, and they're like, hey, let's go and get this kid.
Mm-hmm.
No kid, nothing.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Seeing a
kids'
small
ghosts
thing
are,
running
like,
around
trapped
on
in
a
there.
security camera is like my worst fear.
Seeing
Yeah.
a small thing that's not a rat.
Well, anything
not a
small.
rat.
If it's like, if it looks like, if it's in the shape of a human, I still don't like it. I'm like, how dare you be small? Small things
Mhm,
running around just like gets me. I don't know why. It's weird because I like rats and I like mice.
but not like if they're bipedal.
Yeah, if they're oh my god, if a rat was running around and it's 2 feet, oh no, I don't know. No, I don't like rats anymore.
Like the rat art.
Like the what?
Earlier today, because like Gato is hanging out with me at my house, I showed her like this video of like this. It's like a infomercial or like an old like fundraising TV thing. And like you watch the video, it's like from like 1992 or something, and like they're auctioning off art, and one of the artists is just straight up drawing just like gay furry rat porn.
What?
It's like rat erotica.
Yeah.
And what was one of it was like named like a wet fur or
Send
something.
it
Oh,
to
the
me.
smell of wet fur.
Yeah, we'll send it to you
Send it
after
to me.
this, 'cause
Where
you have to see it.
Right now.
That man
I
made
want
money
to
off
see.
that.
he made $70 per painting.
Holy shit! What? Were these? Wait. Were these commissioned or?
No, I guess he just painted
Oh.
them and he put them off for auction.
Well, I mean, the furry
was like an
community is
auctioning
the
show.
backbone of the artist community, so it's fine. It makes sense.
He was one of the pioneers. It was back in the 90s.
Oh, see, he knew.
He walks so that furry artists could run.
Yeah.
If you're a furry artist,
Especially on DeviantArt.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
if
Pay
you're
respect. Pay homage to that man.
I'll be a
you're
furry
a
artist.
furry
I don't care.
artist, put your commission rates in the comment section below.
Oh yeah, do it. Or just commission me. Hello. I can draw a rat. I think.
Just gay rats.
Gay rats. I'll draw gay
things.
rats.
Hey,
They
rat
look
guy.
like they were very much in love.
No.
It's very sensual, very passionate.
Oh jeez.
I actually really like the color choice
Oh.
of these paintings. They were all like very cool colors,
Ooh.
very dark. I don't know. I feel like it would look very nice in like a modern looking house. But anyways.
You buy it. You
No
put
one
it in your
no one
house.
needs. I'd do it. It's history now. That's an artifact.
Yes.
That's down.
It's part of art history now.
That's a conversation piece. Like if Gato were to come into my house, it's like, and this is my painting, and it's like, is that? And I'm like, that's right. It's the smell of wet fur. I own it.
Yeah, and we'll both stare at it while holding glasses of wine. Gay rats.
But yeah, man. Tell us about. You were talking about another place that has a resident ghost.
Oh yeah, so it's another little girl in a basement in a restaurant in Neptune's. So, and like I've spoken with multiple people who have seen or have heard this continuous phenomenon where in this restaurant they got a basement where they have all their inventory and whatnot, and they always say that they like whether they're closing or like opening or what. I think closing. They can hear or they can see a little girl in the basement.
I didn't know it was a little girl. I thought this whole
Bad.
time it was
Don't
like a
like it.
full-grown woman. That
Nah.
makes it more upsetting.
It was a little girl, yeah. So I don't know what the dealio was that on that, but yeah,
Oh no.
that was just that.
And it's in the basement?
It's in the basement, yeah.
I
So you
didn't
have
know.
to go down there to like get like more food, more beer, and whatnot. So like you have to send this poor newbie down there, and then up comes them running around screaming, "I saw a little girl!" And everyone's like, "Yeah, it's
Just
normal.
hazing
We
them?
all seen a little girl." What?
Is that you hazing them with the little girl?
I
You
love
go in.
that. That's so
Now you see the little girl.
So the little girl goes. Yeah,
fresh meat.
What
Yeah.
are some of the stories you've heard about the little girl ghost?
Well, there isn't too much of a backstory in terms of like where this little girl origin from, but pretty much over the years, just like in the arcade and in laser tag, it's just a continuous same like description, same everything, same eerie feeling. Like people just see this little girl ghost, and I'm curious to know, like, what exactly, like, where this person came from and whatnot, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because that's spooky.
It's scary. Do you think that's the same little girl that was running around in the arcade?
That's a good question, actually, because, ghosts can leave, right?
I think ghosts can.
Because it's not that far apart, the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much, they don't really intertwine, but they're not that far in terms of walking distance when you're on that boardwalk. So I guess that could be the case. But then again, like I said, the park is over 100 years old.
And you said that, like, it's been burned down twice?
Yes, in the arcade and in Neptune's.
Yeah, how many people have died in the boardwalk?
There was a death toll somewhere.
A death fucking toll, lads.
Jeez. Not 2, not 3. A bunch.
Yeah, a bunch. Because I know that there was some drownings in the plunge.
Oh my god.
And obviously people... Yeah. And then, like, obviously, like, when the fires happened, like, people died and whatnot. But there's not really too much of an accurate death toll as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
But we put links in the description so that way y'all can go check it out. Just so you can see. Although it is spooky, like we said before, it's very fun. It's very affordable, free admission. It's a fun place.
They fuck you over with the parking, though.
Oh,
Yeah, parking? Yeah, don't do the parking lot. If you can get, like, the meters, just bring a bag of quarters, man, and get that meter parking going. Yeah.
Come to
Or park at
California
the-
where they
the-
fuck you over with the parking.
Can't
Parking,
park
rent,
anywhere
can't
without
do
being
nothing.
Can't
charged,
fucking
man.
park anywhere, dude.
Mm-mm.
Can't put my car nowhere. Can't not have a car either.
Goddamn. It's a
Goddamn.
dystopia here, but it's great to visit.
Yeah.
I highly recommend visiting the Bay Area.
Hell yeah,
Beautiful
it's
sunny
beautiful.
California.
Especially exactly, yes. Especially during this time of the pandemic, flight tickets are cheap. If you are not sick,
No.
I recommend it.
No,
No.
don't travel.
No,
Don't travel.
just put on a mask and you're good.
No.
Yeah, you're fine.
Don't travel.
If you're under 40, you good.
No.
Well, I guess if
You're
if
good
you would
if you're
be
under 40,
traveling-
but you're gonna infect someone who is over 40.
Like I said, get a mask.
No.
wash your hands.
Okay,
Spray yourself in Lysol. You good.
I guess if you're over
Yeah.
40, spray yourself with Lysol.
Yeah, and like right now the boardwalk is closed
Oh, yeah.
because of the pandemic. So like,
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, hey, the beach.
Beach never closed.
can't close the
Walmart
beach.
round 1.
Downtown Santa Cruz is also really nice.
No,
It's
don't
still
go outside,
open
guys.
too.
Stay in home. Stay in your house.
You could visit the many national parks. We have banana slugs. They're really cool.
Ooh,
if you
banana
lick
slugs.
them, they turn your tongue numb.
What?
Numb tongue in your tongue.
Did you say banana slugs turn your tongue? No. Your tongue?
If
Numb.
look, if you were to lick a banana slug
How-
because it's so deliciously yellow that you
How-
can't stop
How would
yourself.
people have even known this? Who decided to
If
lick
you
a banana slug?
If you lick it, look, let me. If you lick it, it will turn your tongue numb. There we go.
No.
It's like a local thing. I never went to science camp because I hated my 5th grade teacher.
I
But a
went
lot
to
of my
science
friends,
camp.
they like, you never went to?
I went to it.
Oh.
I love science camp.
Yeah, I
I
guess-
cried because
you
my parents said I couldn't go,
Oh.
and then they let me. I was so mad at my parents.
Such a nerd, Cheeb.
I really like science camp, and I'm not a STEM major.
Mm.
Look, kids, if you're going to university, don't bother getting anything outside of a bachelor's degree unless you're thinking about going into research. Because after that, it's just a waste of your time, mate.
Gang, gang.
If you're thinking about going to school for art, don't do it.
This meme was made by Community College Gang.
College is good.
Yes.
Community
All right.
college gang. CCG.
Represent.
Associate's degree represent.
God, took me so long to get my associate's degree. It's like, you have to retake English, and I'm just gonna have it written an essay in 3 years.
Dude, that's what's keeping me from getting my associate's degree. They're like, you have to take English, and I'm like, I will never write an essay ever again in my life. How dare you? I am an adult.
We've been through high school. Exactly. Like, we're finished with high school. Why we gotta do it again?
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I'm not
But
trying
what
to
else
make essays.
is there? Is that all the spooky stuff that you learned about?
Yeah.
That's cool. Santa Cruz is nice.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz is nice.
Is
I will mention one thing. There used to be an old building for our guest services, and before they tore it down, it used to be where, okay, so like you go through that door, and then there's like this old, there's like the back room for like these machines that we use to get our change for like the midway games, and there's other back entrance and whatnot. Yeah, that building was spooky, but they tore that down a long time ago. It's like back in like 2016, if I have to guess. So when we would work it, I was pretty young when I started working there, and well, my friends and I, we were just being delinquents. We would just sneak off into the forbidden zones.
cool.
So you see a bunch of like vintage Pepsi signs and whatnot. So like we had Pepsi night. And then there'll be like signs, and they'll show like the bands on the beach and whatnot. We just like explore that area, but it was very, very eerie. When anything that's abandoned that has like bright colors that meant to be like fun, like like abandoned like amusement parks,
Mhm.
Yeah,
abandoned.
it's got that residual energy to it.
Yeah, that whole building. I'm glad they tore it down because that whole building was rotting. Like that whole building stank like booty. Like it was just
Ew.
But. Yeah.
Dead rats
Oh,
everywhere.
man. That reminds me, if for whatever reason you're scared of buying an airplane ticket and coming all the way to the Bay Area,
As you should be.
like a coward,
No.
the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has been the filming location of like a couple of movies.
Oh yes. So let's name off the recent one, which is I think Us.
Yeah, Us.
Yeah,
Us takes place in like the board. I
Us?
haven't watched it, but I
Is
heard
that the
it's
scary
really
movie?
good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
the very successful one.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. Us was recorded. I think a part of the new Transformers movie that came out recently was recorded.
The Bumblebee one?
Bumblebee, yeah.
Bumblebee was in the Boardwalk?
Yeah, it's like a vintage part, and
Oh.
like people were like hired to like act like you were like working in the 80s. So it was just
That's
like,
fun.
Were you there for that?
They didn't hire me.
Oh, you weren't hired yet?
No. I'm saying like they offered us like, oh, you can be like an extra in the movie, and they didn't call me back.
Oh, they're like, you don't look
Fuck
80s
that.
enough. Too
Exactly.
90s.
I'm just like, man, I got hair. I could just sorry, like no callback, nothing. But like,
You're like, look, it looks like I permed my hair. It's okay. Rude.
exactly.
That's rude.
Anyways,
Racist.
exactly.
Mexicans didn't exist.
They're like,
in the
what?
80s.
This is the 80s. They didn't exist then. It's only white people.
Paula Abdul.
And you know what else they filmed at the Boardwalk that was a very formative movie for me? Lost Boys.
Oh yes, Lost
man.
Boys.
Oh, you like Lost Boys?
Boy, I fucking Lost Boys
Bro.
was like so weird and like homoerotic. I
Yes!
loved it.
That whole aura of that movie brings a lot of vintage goth people. Like I can't tell you how many times I've
Mm-hmm.
like had to tell like vintage goth couples like where it was located and like where you can find
Wait,
posters.
where is it located?
Well, like
Why haven't you told me?
That was me.
A vintage goth couple. Or or our friend Thotty, a vintage goth.
An
They're like
actual-
a new age goth.
Today,
like a
God.
new age.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really funny. When we went out, I thought it was really cute that we looked the opposite of each other. That was fun.
Oh yeah, when we went to the boardwalk,
was really cute.
Thotty was dressed up in like her most goth attire, and then I was like, what was I wearing?
Something cute.
I was
Like, she just looks like Hatsumiku.
Yeah.
I was wearing
Jesus.
I was NASA themed for some reason. I had like my
yeah.
NASA sweater and my super shiny space leggings.
It was very fun.
And my chunky shoes.
It was very cute.
Yeah, I really like, how do you say, campy stuff. I really like themes when it comes to my outfits.
Yeah, man.
So if you ever see someone on the boardwalk that's dressed like overly themey, that's me. Say hi to me.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of just what fashion, isn't it? It's just themes.
How dare you call it fashion? Get out of my house!
Isn't that what it's called?
No!
Oh, Lolita fashion, excuse me.
There you go.
No, sorry,
We
that's
don't
gross.
We don't use that word here.
We don't use that here.
This is the house of God. Do not use that
Do
word.
not use that word in my Christian
Sorry,
podcast.
I forgot. Okay, it's been a while since my weeb days. I don't remember. I mean, I remember what they are, but I forgot that was
No, it's-
what you call them.
Yeah, I've been known to wear Lolita fashion around the boardwalk every now and
Nice.
again. If
Yeah.
it's not too hot and it's not too cold, it's like I'll wear like one of my outfits.
Yeah, that's
cute.
true.
It may or may not be me. I hear there's like a couple of like Lolitas in Santa Cruz, so that's pretty cool.
I
I'm one
hardly
of them.
see them. I probably see them in downtown, but not on the boardwalk. That's very interesting. It's only you. Like, if it's a Lolita, it's Cheeb. Like, she's visiting. That's how I know she's. That's how she knows she's in town.
You're like,
I was
who's
like,
that?
"Aw."
Oh,
You're just like, I'm gonna go visit one of my friends, and then I come in here with my poofy ass dress, like
it's
getting all kinds of
fun.
attention.
All decked out, you get all the attention. It's like, yep, Cheeby's here.
Oh man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad my friends don't mind me being a cringe lord.
It's okay. We're also cringe lords.
Yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. No one else that I know wears the fashion except me. So every time I hang out with my friends, I'm like wearing this big ass puffy dress, and they're just wearing their normal clothes, and it's cool.
I
It's
like
like
the
on your birthday
fashion.
when you wear the hooves.
Oh, dude, I wore hooves on my birthday.
Oh, yeah, I love that outfit. I was gonna say, I really want
Yeah.
to get like I want to get some stuff, but they're really expensive.
Oh man, and that dress that I was wearing, it's called, oh, gosh, it's a dress by Hey Newly,
Mhm.
but like she's not going out of business, but like she was known for making plus size clothing.
Nice.
But like she's getting married, and she decided that she didn't want to run the business anymore.
Fucking
So
men.
you kind of missed your chance
No,
to get like one of her dresses.
they were. It's okay. They were too
it's,
expensive at the time.
Yeah, not for me though. I'm a
Nah,
brat.
fuck you. Now I got money. Now that the apocalypse is happening,
Yeah, finally, invest in stonks. They're down.
I guess maybe I will. What do you think will come back up after the apocalypse is done? Is it the grocery store?
Grocery stores are doing fine. I don't know.
Yeah, they're doing fine.
I don't know much about stocks.
What am I gonna buy stonks?
Probably like more auto stuff, because I think people are going to use the airport less. Anyways.
Anyway. No, advise
Yeah,
me
the
about
boardwalk.
stonks. I know nothing of stonks.
This is my haunted doll fucking personal finance.
Personal
Podcast.
finance and travel as well as
We might as well
fashion.
do an episode on like haunted stonks.
Haunted stonk. It's like everyone who's ever bought this stonk is only lost.
It's cursed.
It's just like, but cheap, that's just a penny stock or cryptocurrency.
Like, no, it's cursed.
Yeah, man, speaking of cursed, me and my boyfriend and Gato, we all went to go see an open house today.
Hey.
And it might be haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard that.
How?
Despite I don't want to flaunt my stonk knowledge, but I've been saving up to make a down payment on a home, And so, like, me and my boyfriend were, like, looking at this neighborhood that had this house that we were really interested in, and, like, I guess the story behind it is that the owner died in the house, and then the son that tried to sell the house after they died also passed away. But not in the house. He passed away, like, somewhere in Idaho.
Just in general.
Just in general, he also happened to die. So my boyfriend was just like, "Oh, this house might be haunted." I'm just like, "Oh, that'll be great for the podcast."
Nice. Yeah, you'll give us so many stories. Yeah,
man.
Do they sell it for cheaper?
I don't think so. I think there's, like, another house a little bit further, and it's about the same price. So I don't think it lowers the price that much.
I think in Japan they do.
Mm-hmm. People be hella dying in Japan, though.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying that I'm pretty sure. I think I saw a documentary semi-recently about, like, someone who just buys haunted houses, or houses that people have died in. They're like, yeah, I only buy these ones because they're way cheaper. Like, I think over there, after, like, you have to keep telling people that someone died there, like, even after one resident has been there. Mm-hmm. So you gotta go through, like, 3 times, I think it was.
Yeah, the first house that my parents bought was, like, the owner died in there. My mom just said that she had, like, a couple of weird dreams. We exorcised the house at one point, and that seemed to have, like, calmed it down. But I mean, it's just, so long as it's not like an angry spirit, you know. I don't know. They were old, so maybe the thing about, like, ghosts is that, like, sometimes they don't realize they're dead yet. So they feel like they're just walking around and being ignored. But I think with, like, this was, like, an older person, so they must have known that their time was coming. But, you know, it all depends. Sometimes people have unfinished business, you know. We'll see. We'll look into it.
Or they just, like, come inside the house. Like, I remember in my mom's house, like, my dog would just bark at the wall at, like, 3 a.m.
Bad.
And I'm just like, like, 3 a.m. type shit, yeah. And then, like, I'll check on them, and there's, like, no one there, and I'm just like, oh, no.
Bad.
Because, you know, animals, they can see the paranormal.
They know.
I'm trying to get, like, a little house instead of a condo just so I can have a dog. No. My dog's gonna bark at the wall at 3 a.m.
Like, no.
Oh, man. But I think that's it for today's podcast. I think we went over all the Santa Cruz things.
Yeah.
You should come visit.
Come visit.
The Bay Area.
Pandemic's wildin', but
we love tourists. We're very nice to tourists.
Hell yeah.
Not very nice to backpackers. We know who you are. We live here.
Or seagulls.
Look, we live here. We literally see you every fucking year.
Yeah, Cheeb hates backpackers.
I'm tired of seeing you.
She will spit on you. She'll give you the Rona.
The Rona.
That's what we're gonna call it.
La Rona.
La Rona.
La Rona.
La Rona.
We should do an episode on, like, Mexican legends. They're all really spooky.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mexico has a lot of superstition.
Yeah, we do though.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Come visit.
If you visited the Boardwalk at any time, tell us about it. If you've had an experience at the Boardwalk, because, like, everyone tells me that, like, that place has, like, kind of an energy to it.
Yeah.
Like, when I tell people that the Boardwalk is haunted, they're just like, yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or if you can't afford to go to the Boardwalk because you're 12 years old, you could watch Bumblebee. You could watch Lost Boys. You could watch Us.
Well,
you can there.
If they're 12, you can't watch Us or Lost Boys.
Not that I'm aware of.
They can watch Bumblebee.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's PG-13.
I think so.
Was there, like, a rom-com that had the Boardwalk in it?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, those are the ones I know.
Those are the famous ones that I know off top. But yeah, check them out. Tune in on that.
Yeah. I would love to hear if anyone else has local haunted amusement parks as well.
True.
Oh,
yes,
man.
I would love to hear that.
Like, I'm sure Castle Park and shit is haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man, we should look at like some places in LA that might be haunted that are also amusement parks. There's a lot of residual energy in those places, you know?
Oh, yeah. A lot of high energy over there, man. You're laughing,
Yeah,
you're
man.
having fun, you're throwing up.
Hey.
You're doing
You're
a big
being
bar.
attacked by seagulls.
Getting attacked by
Big bars.
seagulls. You dropped your ice
Getting
cream.
attacked
It's
by the
very,
big birds.
very traumatic.
You died being attacked
You
by
died.
seagulls because you didn't listen to us.
Exactly.
We told you.
Te dije. Look what happened. ¿Por qué? Por pendejo.
But anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe if you'd like, and tell your friends about us, especially if they live in Santa Cruz.
Hey.
Now they get to know from like an inside perspective of like how haunted that fucking place is. And don't forget to follow us on social media where we post a lot of cool art that's exclusive to our like Instagram, our Twitter, and our Tumblr. It's gonna be all in the description for you. And you guys have a good night. Sleep tight.
Hey.
Please watch Lost Boys.
It's very good.
I really love that movie.
It's
Goth
so
gang
good.
represent.
Goth gang.
Goth gang.
Goth gang.
The fanfiction is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh,
So-
yeah, fanfiction.
Whew.
Hopefully, I'll have a dark synth version of the theme song, so we don't get sued.
That's true.
And when we use it for our intro,
Don't sue us.
I'll have that in the works. Oh, and our theme is made by the Donk Monk. You should follow his YouTube page because he's been doing a lot of cool like Pokemon theme music. Yeah, he really likes to do remixes and stuff. So like if you're a really big fan of Pokemon and like video game music, please check out Donk Monk. He does all of the music for HauntsRUs. He's a cool guy. If you need a song of your own, like he'll help you out.
It's very nice.
And thank you for joining us on this very special episode of HauntsRUs. We hope you have a good day. Good night.
Good night.